Okay, to make our menu screen look a whole lot better, we're going to do some little simple tricks here. We're going to go ahead and right click here, and in UI we're going to go ahead and insert an image. That's pretty simple, and you'll notice that the image went in front of the button. So let's rearrange this. Let's put the image the way it renders from top down. This image gets rendered first, then the button second, therefore the button would be on top. Okay, and now I had already created an image using Photoshop. I made an image, it's a really simple, super basic image. Create something that you want your title screen to be and make it better than mine. And then you can go ahead and drag this. Whoops, actually, well, this is great. I have to do something to it first. You have to select your image. Once I created an image in Photoshop, I exported it into this assets folder as a PNG file. You can see the name right there. And then I have to do something to it. I have to set it, I have to change the texture type to sprite, 2D and UI, so it will work in our UI. And then, so now when I select image, I can drag this into there, into that slot, and you'll see that it doesn't cover the whole screen. Let's see what we can play with here. We can go stretch. If we click this, if I hold Alt, it'll stretch. I held Alt. Okay, see right here it says Alt, also set the position, so I set it right in the middle. If you played around and set it here, it'd be up in the top corner. So I'm gonna set it here so it covers the whole background. So now the button's not where I want it, and so I could slide this down to where I want it, super space action. Okay, and you could change the color of your button if you wanted to, play around with that, okay? You could have fun. You could actually even put an image in here if you wanted to, right there, and you could change that image to whatever you wanted to be. I'll just demonstrate here real quick, okay? Control Z to undo that. Okay, so there you have it. You have a super space action. If you had wanted to add text to your canvas, you could right click and say UI, oh, the mouse is weird, text, and you can move it somewhere if you wanted. It's really small, so I'll just type something here. I'll just write sample text. Sample text, like if you wanted, like, okay, so like a subtitle, so super space action, how far will you go? You go. And let's make this a different color so we could see it. Let's make it white, for example, and then let's make the font size bigger. That just made it disappear. Let's go to best fit instead. And you can maybe resize it with a tool like this. How far will you go? And move it to where you want. So if you wanted text that you use the Unity editor to produce, then you could do it that way. I put the original text for this title screen in Photoshop and created it that way. Okay, so now let's hit play, test our game out. Super space action, how far will you go? And hit play, and there we are. Okay, so go ahead and have fun creating an image for your title page and add that into the canvas. All right, have fun.